Hello and welcome to the Manipur special segment at ACJ News. This is your host Shanya Rao, and I have with me Miss Subhangi Sanyal, who is a well-known performer and is a master of many dance forms. So thank you so much for coming, Subhangi.
Thank you so much for inviting me. inviting me.
Can you introduce tell us a bit about yourself, about your dancing journey?
Okay, so as you know, my name is Subhangi Sanyal, and I am born and brought up in Kolkata. I have been dancing since the age of 3 years, and it's been a long time now. And I have danced the various classical forms, especially including Bharatanatyam, Kathak, Odissi, and Manipuri. So if I talk purely about Manipuri, I have danced Manipuri especially in my school programs because our school dance teacher is a Manipuri dancer, core Manipuri dancer. However, my professional training in classical dance is mostly based on Bharatanatyam. I'm a student of Parama Guru Dr. Padma Subramaniam and Roshmi Bandyopadhyay.
Wow, thank you so much for coming. It's really interesting for us to know that you've learned so many dance forms. So, speaking about Manipuri, uh, you just told me that your teacher was from Manipur and she was the one who had knowledge regarding Manipuri dance form. So, can you tell us a bit about the history of Manipuri dance form? Where did it start, the origin, if you know something?
Yes, so as I know, Manipuri is a very one of the most traditional classical forms of Manipur, and it's the one of the most rare classical dance as well. And as an Indian classical dance, it's very rare to find a Manipuri dancer amongst all the other forms of dance, especially the other classical forms of dance, Bollywood, and now Western as well. So as per history, I guess there are many classical dancers in Manipur who have like given their contribution to this dance form. So naming one would not be enough. However, like there are Kambavati Devi, Bhimbavati Devi, Dinesh Singh, and I do have one of my senior, Konkona Singh, who is not only the granddaughter but also a follower of him. So yeah, there is a lot of intricacies. And if I go about the mythological part of Manipuri dance, that is, it focuses mostly on the Krishna Radha stories, and it's a beautiful intricacy of colors and styles of explanations, expressions, and the docile, delicate movements.
Right. So you named a few people who are quite well known in this particular dance form. Are there any group who also perform Manipuri? Any famous group that you know of?
I personally know Salt Lake Natanalai because I have been a part of it since my school. So that would be my only known group. However, I do know there are many other Manipuri groups out there, especially originating from Manipur itself. So yeah.
Correct. Yeah, people don't really know a lot about Manipuri dance form. They do know about Kathak, Bharatanatyam, which are the like prominent dance forms. But Manipuri is also considered as one of the folk dances. So you mentioned one more thing, that Manipuri dance form includes Radha Krishnan, which is also sort of similar to Kathak. In Kathak, we also have Radha Krishna, Jugalbandi. So, can you tell us what makes Manipuri dance form different from Kathak, Bharatanatyam? If you could tell us a bit about their specific dress code, or is there any specific mudra which is used particularly in Manipuri dance form? Anything?
Yeah, so the dress code is like totally different from any other classical dance forms. Each classical dance form have their own dress code. So of course, the gown like cardboard, which the Manipuri dancers wear, different for portraying a male and a female. So those few things are different. And if I talk about the headgear also, apart from the ghungat part, the cardboard, triangular cardboard, which is on top of the head to showcase a particular glamour. So, of course, the dress costume part is totally different. However, if I talk about the difference when it comes to portraying the dance on the television industry or maybe the media industry as a whole, then I would say that Northeast as a whole gets neglected in many spheres, and so in dance. So it's not something very different to talk about. However, if I talk about the specific forms of dance which Bollywood has, includes Bharatanatyam, it includes Kathak. You will see the various. I can give examples of the various choreographies that Pandit Birju Maharaj had choreographed. Those were based totally on Kathak. And similarly, when we go towards South, and when the South actresses come out in maybe for the song Mere Dholna or so these all songs had Bharatnatyam. And similarly for ODC also, we have seen how ODC dress codes have been used in various Netflix shows, and just to grab the attention of the audience. However, we have never seen Manipuri dance on the Bollywood, in the Bollywood industry as such. At least not in a huge scale like the other dance forms have got. So definitely a difference comes when a partial part of the industry is supporting a particular dance form, but somehow it's not getting so much of attention or attraction, because I feel the Indian audience, they like to see more of hyped up dance performances and more objectification. However, like Manipuri has a lot of delicate and a very graceful moves, which other classical dance forms also have, but if morphed, it changes. But with Manipuri, you can't really do that. Maybe you can, but nobody really did that. So nobody gets to know how Manipuri really works. They just know it's used in Ras Leela, in showing the various, portrayals of Radha and Krishna. And when, like, if you want to see a particular monument of Northeast, firstly, if there is any dance form, the first thing which comes to your mind is Manipuri. And at times, I guess even Kshatriya has a similar view. So yeah.
Yeah, true. No, you said a very right thing that we don't really promote and acknowledge the dance forms which are there in northeast part of India. I mean, in a certain competitions such as inter-school or inter-college competitions, we do get to see Manipuri dance forms. But other than that, there is no such of representation. So you mentioned a few reasons that people are more accustomed to seeing one and therefore they promote it. They don't really explore the other dance forms. So, do you think there could be other reasons as well for this less of representation? Also, what do you think that in the future, should we have more of representation? Will this ever change? Will we ever acknowledge the Manipuri dance forms or the Northeast dance forms and give them their due credit and see them on television or on any other platform? What do you think?
So one of the reason is participation and the will to learn this dance form. Since it's a very rare dance form, you won't hear any parent telling that I want my child to learn Manipuri. They will always say, I want him or her to learn a classical dance that can be Bharatanatyam, Kathak, whatever is common and within their reach. Manipuri, since it's a very rare form of classical dance, rare because very few people learn that dance form, or maybe are interested to learn that dance form. So when it becomes rare, obviously you won't get it in your reach always. You have to relocate at times if you want to learn that dance form. So that's one of the reason why I feel there's a lack of showcase of this particular dance form. But in the future, if the students of the upcoming youth of our generation or our next generation are willing to learn this particular dance form and are readily and happily want to explore more, I think there's a lot of scope, because we all know how the politics is in our country, how it changes so much, and no matter what happens, it's a Northeast who faces it. So
Correct.
whenever something like that happens, it's the youth who comes up. Youth politics is very important at that point of time. And if the Northeast whole youth come together and they do something for their art, because I have seen most of them go into modeling, into fashion. Similarly, if they want to go in dance and they can represent it in a global scale, I think it would be really nice for this particular dance form to get its importance, due importance.
Correct. I think if they start the initiative, I think all of us will also start learning it. People will start participating and will take that much of interest in learning this dance form. So thank you so much for joining us. Anything that you would like to say at the end regarding Manipuri dance form or anything in general?
I have nothing much to say, honestly, because I have myself learned it in a very basic level. And that has like become a part of my own dance career as well. So whenever I do any kind of fusion or any kind of contemporary dance, I do like to put in those delicate movements of Manipuri as well, because once again, I don't want it to become like stay rare, because I have learned it being staying in Kolkata. So I would like my friends to know about it, my juniors to know about it. Only then they will gain some, even if they gain 1% interest, they will go back on YouTube and or any other social media to search about this particular dance form, and if they like it, they will go ahead with it. So yeah, that is the minimal I can do from my part, and I hope everyone else who learns this particular dance form can do so.
Correct. No, you're absolutely right. I think all of us need to start taking interest and one at a time. If one person starts, the other will start, and then the whole chain will follow. So, thank you so much for coming. It was great talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.